Good morning, students. Very welcome all of you to the English class. Students, today I am going to teach you one poem from your course book, chapter number 8. This is a short poem, but this poem is very good to read at. Okay? So let us move to the poem. Before going to the poem, you know well, we need to know something about the poet. Let us start. When I set out for Lyonnesse. When I set out for Lyonnesse. Okay? This is written by Thomas Hardy. You can pronounce the word Lyonnesse, Lyonnesse or Lyonnesse. Okay? Thomas Hardy was an English novelist and poet. Thomas Hardy was an English novelist and poet. So you can understand what I want to say. He was born on 2nd June 1840 UK, died on 11 January 1928 UK. Poems. He has written The Voice, Neutral Tones, The Darkling Thrush, The Convergence of the Train. So these are some important poems. Okay? He has written so many poems. I have just written some of them. So his novels has been made into movies. Okay, so many movies have been made, have been produced from his novel, stories from the novels. Among the novels which are made into movies, what are those? Far from the Madding Crowd. Far from the Madding Crowd. And next, The Mayor of Casterbridge. So these are the most popular among the novels which were made into movies. Now, theme of the poem. Okay, the poem is on a tough journey, difficult journey, tough and difficult journey. इसका मतलब हमारा कवि जो है एक बहुत कठिन एक भ्रमण में जा रहे हैं. There is chilly cold outside. बाहर में बहुत ठंडी है. Frost is spread over the leaves and the poet is lonely. पत्ता में, पेड़ का पत्ता में बर्फ जमा हुआ है और पोएट बहुत अकेला महसूस कर रहा है. His hope, patience and perseverance encourage him to move forward. कवि का आशा, एकाग्रता और उनका जो संयम, धैर्य, ये सब उनको आगे बढ़ने में मदद करते हैं. Finally he returns with shine in his eyes. और उस भ्रमण के पश्चात वो वापस लौट के आते हैं और पोएट के आंख में क्या होता है? शाइन रहता है, मतलब चमक रहता है. It seems that he has achieved what he was questing for. और उनका आंख और उनका चेहरा देख के पता चलता है कि उसको वो मिल गया जिसके लिए उसको तलाश था. Quest means तलाश. Okay? Achieved मतलब प्राप्त करना. So it seems that he has achieved what he was waiting for. ऐसा लगता है कि उनको जिसके लिए तलाश था वो मिल गया. Okay? So this is the theme of the poem. Now I have written some of the word notes for you. So this will help you to learn the poem, to understand the poem well. Okay? So before reading the poem, you must read these words. Okay? Rime means frost. Frost means small particles of snow or ice. Sojourn. Sojourn means stay. That means live. Okay? Prophet. You have heard about Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Christ. So prophet means a man with divine power, जिसके पास ऐश्वरिक क्षमता है, भगवान का दिया हुआ जिसका बहुत क्षमता है, पावर है, क्षमता है, पावर है, उसको कहते हैं कि प्रॉफिट. ओके. डूएस्ट मीन्स डेयर, साहस करना. विजर्ड, द पर्सन हु हैज मैजिकल पावर, दैट मीन्स मैजिशियन. बिचांस, बिचांस मीन्स हैपन, कुछ भी चीज हो जाना, घटना. म्यूट मीन्स डाउन, कुछ बोल नहीं सकते, जैसे गूंगा. सरमाइज, सरमाइज मीन्स गेज. ओके, गेज मतलब यू नो, गेज मतलब अंदाजा लगाना, अनुमान लगाना. रेडियंस, रेडियंस मीन्स ग्लो और शाइनिंग, चमक. fathomless, fathomless means deep, depth. Fathom means depth and fathomless मतलब unmeasurable depth. You cannot measure the depth, that is fathomless. Okay, now coming to the poem. Open at page number 109. All of you opened? Now I am reading the introductory sentences, introductory part of the poem. Okay. As a young apprentice architect, British poet and novelist Thomas Hardy once visited a parish to supervise the restoration of the church, of a church. So who was Thomas Hardy? He was an architect. Architect means one who builds the designs of bridges, houses. Okay. So as a young apprentice architect, that means Hardy was an architect. That means he was one engineer. Okay. British poet, you know poet who writes poem, and novelist who writes novels. Novels means big stories, large stories. Okay, long stories. थॉमस हार्डी वहां विजिटेड ए पेरिस. थॉमस हार्डी क्या किए थे, एक बार उसको पेरिस में जाने का मौका. पेरिस, वो पेरिस, ये पेरिस नहीं है जो फ्रांस में पेरिस है. पेरिस इज अ स्मॉल सिटी व्हिच इज डोमिनेटेड बाय क्रिश्चियन पीपल. ओके, क्रिश्चियन लोग एक छोटा सा जगह में रहते हैं और वहीं पे क्रिश्चियन लोग राज करते हैं. ओके, दैट मीन्स क्रिश्चियन कॉलोनीज, दैट इज कॉल्ड पेरिस. किस लिए गए थे? टू सुपरवाइज द रेस्टोरेशन ऑफ ए चर्च. एक चर्च का मरम्मत और उसका पहले जैसा था उसको करने के लिए, उसको मरम्मत करने के लिए और अच्छा करने के लिए गए थे. मतलब चर्च का जो स्ट्रक्चर जो है उसमें थोड़ा गड़बड़ी हो गया था तो उसको ठीक ठाक करने गए थे. रेस्टोरेशन मतलब फिर से पहला जो था पहला हाल में लाना, उसको कहते हैं रेस्टोरेशन. तो उसके लिए वो गए थे. ऑन हिज रिटर्न फ्रॉम द पेरिस, पीपल नोटिस्ड टू थिंग्स अबाउट हिम. जब वो पेरिस से लौट के आ रहे थे तब हर कोई इंसान पोएट के अंदर में, पोएट में दो चीज नोटिस किए, दो चीज देखे. क्या देखे? अ न्यू ग्लो इन हिज आईज, उनके आंख में नया सा कुछ चमक. एंड ए क्रम्पल्ड पीस ऑफ पेपर स्टिकिंग आउट ऑफ हिज कोट पॉकेट. और देखे उसका कोट के पॉकेट से एक फोल्डिंग किया हुआ एक पेज जो दिख रहा है कुछ हद तक. ये दो चीज, एक तो आंख में थोड़ा अलग सा ज्योति, अलग सा कोई चमक दिख रहा है, और कोट के पॉकेट में एक फोल्डिंग किया हुआ पेपर जो दिख रहा है. दैट पेपर, इट इज रिकॉर्डेड इन वन ऑफ हिज बायोग्राफीज. In one of the biographies, this is recorded. That means from the biography it is learned that, what learned? Contained the draft of a poem, and that folded paper was actually a draft of a poem. Okay, that means in that paper a poem was written. The poem was written, and that was not final. That was a draft. Okay. You are going to read that very poem inspired by a visit to a place which the poet calls Lyonnesse. So इस poem में हम लोग क्या जानेंगे? We are going to read that very poem inspired by. We are going to read a poem that actually he has written inspired by the visit of that place Lyonnesse. The name of the place is Lyonnesse, and he visited that place. And what inspiration he has got from the visit, that is totally written in that poem. Okay, and we are going to read that poem, what he has written. Okay, now let us move to the poem. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray. लेखक कवि जब लायनेस के लिए रवाना हुए जो कि 100 माइल दूरी पे है। तो रास्ते में चारों ओर में बर्फ फैला हुआ था। बर्फ का जो छोटा छोटा टुकड़ा आसमान से गिरते हैं वो फैला हुआ था हर जगह। एंड स्टारलाइट लीड माय लायनेस एंड स्टारलाइट लीड माय लायनेस स्टारलाइट लीड माय lonesomeness when I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away। और उस समय में आसमान में सबसे उज्जवल तारा जो होता है, सबसे ज्यादा चमक वाला जो तारा होता है, जिसको हम लोग स्टारलाइट कहते हैं, वो स्टारलाइट उस समय में दिख रहा था। और लेखक का जो अकेलापन है, उस अकेलापन में उसको सहारा दिया। और उस अकेलापन के समय में उस तारा को देख के ही पोएट ने लायनेस की तरफ अपना यात्रा शुरू कर दी, मतलब चलना शुरू कर दिया। What would be chance at Lyonnesse, or you can say Lyonnesse? What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? So the poet was thinking, लेखक कवि ने सोच रहे थे, जब मैं लायनेस में पहुंच जाऊंगा, वहां पे रहूंगा कुछ पल के लिए, तो उस जगह में क्या क्या घटने वाला है, क्या क्या होने वाला है। नो प्रॉफिट ड्यूरेस्ट डिक्लेयर, ऐसा कोई मैजिशियन या तो ऐसा कोई प्रॉफिट नहीं होगा जो कि बोल सकते क्या होने वाला है। नॉट इट द वाइजेस्ट विजर्ड गेस, सबसे अच्छा जो मैजिशियन है वो भी कभी, जिन लोगों को पहले से पता रहता है क्या होने वाला है, तो इन लोगों को कभी पता नहीं चलेगा कि लायनेस में क्या होने वाला है। What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? मैं जब जाके वहाँ पे रहूंगा, उस जगह में क्या क्या घटना घटेगा, क्या क्या होने वाला है, कोई नहीं पता पाएगा। When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes, all marked with mute surmise, मगर जब मैं लायनेस से लौट के आ रहा था, तो क्या हुआ, मेरे आंख में कोई चमक, जैसे कि जादुई कुछ पावर मेरे आंख में दिख रहा था। And all marked, that means all the people marked, okay, all marked with mute surmise. Mute means dumb, surmise means doubt, that means gazing। सब कोई इंसान गेज कर रहा था, मतलब सब कोई इंसान सोचने की लिए मजबूर हो गया था, इनका क्या हो गया। Okay, so all the people were trying to gaze and they were not speaking anything, they were just dumbfounded and they were just watching the poet, what happened to this person। Okay, so all marked with mute surmise, that means all the people were noticing without speaking anything, okay, and they were just trying to gaze। My radiance rare and fathomless, और पोएट का आंख से जो चमक, जो ज्योति निकाल रहा था, वो उसका जो गहराई, वो कोई नाप नहीं सकते थे। फैथमलेस मतलब जिसका गहराई कोई नाप नहीं सकते हैं। फैथमलेस मींस डेप्थलेस, डेप्थलेस मतलब you cannot measure the depth। Okay, so my radiance rare and fathomless when I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes। So the line is repeated, when I returned from Lyonnesse there was magic in my eyes and nobody could guess what happened to me, and all the spectators were dumb and they were just trying to guess what changes brought in the poet। So this is all about the poem। This is actually poem from the belief in God। Poet was very much theist, he believed in God and he was a believer in the Christianism। Actually he thought Jesus Christ helped him to guide all through the way, and Jesus Christ helped him to change something in him so that he has got the full strength, full power, full faith in him, So this happened to the poet. The poet thinks that something the God has done to me. That's why I got that courage to go to the Lyonnesse, though I was alone and the place was new. I was nervous, but I did everything as because God supported me, God helped me. And this is not the least. God made me a changed person and I have become a new person. And that's why I just am a person to notice, and the people are just noticing me, and people could not believe what happened to me. So this is all of the poem. I am once again reading the poem and let's try to understand. Okay. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray, and starlight lit my lonesomeness. So this word actually, I thought it is loneliness. It will be lonesomeness. Okay. I am repeating once again from the beginning. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray, and starlight lit my lonesomeness. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. Lonesomeness means loneliness. The same word, but here written lonesomeness. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? No prophet durest declare, nor did the wisest wizard gaze. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes, all marked with mute surmise, my radiance rare and fathomless. When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes. So there is the rhyming words. There are the rhyming words. In the first stanza, there is away, spray, and then in the last line, away. In the second stanza, there are rhyming words. There, declare, and then there and last there. There, declare, and there. Okay. That means first line, after first line, that means second line and third line are rhymed, and second, third and fifth, second, third and sixth, they have rhyming. In the next stanza also second, third and sixth, and in the last stanza also second, third and sixth. So we have to rhyme these words. Once again I am reading the poem. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray, and starlight lit my lonesomeness. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? No prophet duress declare, nor did the wisest wizard guess. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? While I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes, all marked with mute surmise, my radiance rare and fathomless. When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes. So I think you have understood the poem and you loved this poem. All you need to do what? You have to read the poem, and before the poem there is some introduction. You need to know that introduction as well, and then about the poet, then the theme of the poem and word notes. So all these are very, very important. Okay. So and whatever questions are there, try to do. If you cannot do, you can ask me. And I think from the poem, for the half-yearly examination, you must read about the poet, theme, word notes, and summary. Okay, students. For today, up to this only. In my next class, I am going to teach you more new things. So up to then, bye bye all of you. Have a great day.